So, Ruth Bader Ginsberg has died, and she died just last night, and I feel that this is something that I do need to comment on. Now, first things first, Ginsberg was well known as someone who was a human rights activist, or what conservatives usually call someone who legislates from the bench, even though that's kind of the point. The Supreme Court interprets the Constitution. If there's no clear answer as to what the Constitution states, then you would use the Supreme Court to determine that. Because, of course, conservatives would never use the Supreme Court to force their ideology on anyone, right? Okay, now, she was long known as a compassionate person, a person who supported human rights and equality, etc. Except for that time Colin Kaepernick took a knee, because she actually did oppose that and called it disrespectful. Now, here's another thing. You can really only ask for so much under capitalism. The fact is, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, as many flaws as she had, was frankly the best capitalism had to offer. I mean, I think it's fairly obvious that you're not going to get equality in a system that's literally based on inequality, that being capitalism. So it's nothing more than a pipe dream of saying things are going to be equal. So you either want people to be equal, or you really don't, or you want it in name only. So just think about that. I'm sure she did do a lot of good in her tenure as a Supreme Court justice, but we really need to go well beyond that. Because it's not like she would take us to socialism or something. Real equality. So, yes, I think it's important that we do recognize what she did do that was good, but understand she was by no means perfect and no means one of us. Now, here's the problem. The Trump administration no doubt had a list of candidates lined up before she even died, ready to ram whoever it is that they choose through into the Supreme Court spot as quickly as possible before the election, because frankly, I'm very certainly of the opinion that if Trump does lose, he will try to steal the election. And one of the ways of doing that, thank you George Bush for exposing that one to the entire world, is that you can use the Supreme Court to do so, or you can use the Electoral College to do so. And stacking the Supreme Court with your own lackeys, and yes, I would call them lackeys, because Trump appoints only lackeys. Yes, I'm well aware that he didn't appoint everybody on the Supreme Court. That's not what I'm saying. Somebody was going to say that in the comment section. So I'd say this is a very dangerous time. In terms of what it is that the Democrats want to do, this is really not a good time for them. This is a really bad development for them, and it's going to hurt them a lot. So, if it's for the conservatives, obviously this is going to be a great thing. And most of those guys who they have lined up to take Ginsburg's place are pretty much Roe v. Wade single-issue people for some reason, because that's the biggest thing facing America today is Roe v. Wade, and that's the most important thing that you could possibly focus on as a Supreme Court judge, because nothing else is happening. And nothing else, like, I don't know, kids in cages kind of thing, maybe would want to focus on that, but they don't care about those kids. It's only the ones that aren't born. You know what I mean? But that, in short, is my position on Ruth Bader Ginsburg. This is a very significant moment in time politically in the United States, and I think it should be recognized as such. Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.